So what brings you down here? I mean, out of all the guest fighters, you're the only English speaker living in the States.
Well, I wanted to come because Uriah was fighting Anderson, so that's a big deal for him. And you know, we've been friends for a long time already now, and I wanted to come out and support him. Obviously, my teammate Verdun is also fighting. You know, I train over there at King's MMA, so I wanted to come out and support him too.
Yeah, and Uriah's been pretty quiet since the fight was canceled. Have you had the chance to speak to him? Is he really disappointed? Can you relay any thoughts he may have given?
Yeah, well, I talked to him, absolutely. He was bummed, absolutely. But he's keeping his head straight. I think they're going to try and reschedule the fight. I don't know for which event, but that's what I think they have in mind.
And Anderson Silva seems is talking about maybe doing it at UFC 200. Is he that they would work for him?
Yeah, that would be a perfect event to fight at for Anderson and Uriah. You know, it's a big fight, so they deserve a big card.
And then,
but they didn't make it clear.
And there's another guy fighting on that card. I think he's standing right in front of me on UFC 200. How excited are you for that fight with Johny Hendricks? I know you've been looking for a big one.
Yes, this is a big one for me, and man, I couldn't be more excited. You know, this is the reason why I got in the UFC, for these big fights. I want to be up there with the top guys, and you know, this is an opportunity to really go ahead and display that I belong over there at the top of the welterweight division.
He's coming off a quick loss. Were you surprised with the way he lost?
Yes, because I expected the best Johny Hendricks, because it seemed like throughout his camp he was disciplined, the most disciplined we've ever seen him. He came in the week of the fight at 170 pounds, so I expected to see the best Johny Hendricks, but he came up short, obviously, and Stephen Thompson impressed a lot.
What does this win do for you, beating a former champion like Hendricks, even though he dropped his last fight, but still obviously very highly ranked?
Yes, so, well, you know, this will put me back up to where I was just a year ago, you know, back in the top 6, 7, you know, and that's where I want to be. I want to keep moving up the rankings. I want these big fights, and I want these big checks.
What did you learn from that fight with Neil Magny?
Man, everybody saw I was too laid back the first 3 rounds, you know, and it took me towards the end of the 3rd round to kind of really wake up and figure it out. So, you know, no more waiting around this time. I'm going to come in full blast every fight.
You had the chance to familiar yourself at all with the new UFC weight cutting policy that they recently put out.
Yeah.
What do you make of that? Because obviously, you know, you've had some issues with that in the past.
Yeah. No, I don't think I'm going to have a problem with it, because the way the rules are set up, I guess now you have to come in with an 8% of your weight, right? So I already do that. I came in lighter than what I'm supposed to in my last camp. So now, you know, I'm only perfecting the recipe to how to cut weight.
Are you a fan of these changes?
No, to me it doesn't matter. You know, it's rules, and rules I gotta follow. You know, but if it was up to me, then there wouldn't be no rules.